Hey guys, Equinox. This is going to be my 24 Halls commentary. This is going to be not with my regular group, but with Plka, Ryfie, Lerne, and Beyzi. We were doing off meta keys, and then we ended up just doing a 24 Halls randomly. But yeah, let's go over the route. So first pull is going to be G1, G7, G5, and G6 all together in this little cubby. I will pair the Houndsmaster, and we walk past. Next pull is going to be G9, G11, and Groundskeeper 5 together. That'll proc us our Pride, and we'll use Stoneborn 1 on the Pride. And then we do this whole shard pull together. This is shard 1. And then we will do G10, G8, and G14 together, and then use Stoneborn 2 on the Pride. And then we will head over to shard 3 right here, do all of this together. And then we'll jump down and we'll do G20, G21, Groundskeeper 15 together. That'll be Pride, and we'll use Stoneborn 4 on the Pride. And then we'll get this shard. We'll do this whole shard together. And then we'll go straight into G28 plus G27. And then we do Boss with Stoneborn 6 and Stoneborn 3. And then we do G26. We get Pride, we Invispot off the Pride, and then we head over to Echelon, we do Echelon, and then we do G46, and then we paralyze, or we sap Collector 4, which is the Inspiring, and take the rest of this into the boss with 2 Stoneborns, and then we kill the Collector afterwards, and then we do Inquisitor, and then we do the boss. So let's hop straight into the video. So here we are. I paralyze the Houndsmaster, run past, I keg smash first Obliterator, keg smash second, go into the cubby, keg smash again, blood spatter when I dip, blood spatter now. This is our last pull. I rop the Houndsmaster into the group. I have 5 orbs stacked up in case I need it for a big heal. Kicking off cooldown as much as you can. I noticed that Earthelli has aggro here, so I'm just kind of not doing anything, not pressing any buttons, or any defensive buttons. The Loyal Stoneborn or the Enrage goes off, so I'm just like hiding here, not worrying too much about it. And yeah, that's first pull. Pretty easy. Next pull, I go ahead. So when the mobs are dead here, or like close to dead, I just ring them away and start chaining the next pull together. I kick the next cast, and then I paralyze the new Houndsmaster. I Kyrian Pot this curse, and then I get this group together. So this is like a common theme that I do throughout the dungeon. Is spacing out or chaining ahead. So this first shard pull, I'm gonna go over kind of like the important things. For so far, the Dark Blades, the Deadly Thrust. What you can do is CC their cast with Paralyze, Knockback, Stun, anything, and they won't recast it until the cooldown is back up. So similar to stuff like Miss, like we've been over that, the Misfail Bite, but yeah. So this pull's pretty straightforward. Kick the Obliterator. Once the Obliterator's dead, chain in the Inspiring, and then you kill the rest together. And then we go to the Loyal Stoneborn. We bring the Loyal Stoneborn in a little bit early because the duration is longer. We kill the Houndsmaster, we proc the Pride, and then we do the Pride with the Stoneborn. We don't have to pop any DPS cooldowns on the Pride except for Vendetta. Our rogue pops Vendetta, but that's fine. Vendetta isn't really important to his AoE. So we go into the shard. I wait. I kick the Obliterator first, and then I chain the rest. And then I pop Ox. Purify, make sure I get Keg Smash. So we wait. We know the Treants have aggro here, so I don't have to worry. I Celestial Brew just for the thrash damage. I wait for the Curse cast, and then I'll sweep. I end up sweeping there because I needed to. Both of our melee get hit by the thrash. That's bad. So what you want to do on this shard pull, so I'm gonna back up a little bit. So if you don't have trees here, you want to pop Celestial Brew right here. And then you want to wait till the curses. So the curses come up, like, they should come up right. If the cap totem didn't happen, the curses would have gone off. So, like, watch my nameplates here. So the cooldown's coming up, right? They get stunned. The cooldown comes off while they're stunned. And then it just goes on cooldown again. So this happened in Mist too, when I was talking about the Mistveil Stalkers, is when you CC something right before its cast goes off, sometimes it'll just fully go on cooldown. And then it won't go off until the next time. But yeah, so what I do is I usually wait till the first set of curses go, and then I leg sweep it to stop it. Since curses work the same way as Deadly Thrust, they work the same way as Mistveil Bite, is if you CC them, it won't recast. So you see right there, I paralyzed it at the very last second. Pretty sure at least. We'll watch the frame, see if it goes. So we go here, we click on it. Oh no, I'm just bad. I paralyzed the shard. Oh, Sage. Anyway, so ideally I would paralyze it there, but I'm just a potato. So I look at the shard's HP, and I know that there's no point in me being here. So when this thrash goes off, I go and round up the next mobs. This is just making more efficient use of our time, because my damage is gonna save way less time than me pre-grouping up these mobs. So I put my Transcendence right there. I Crackling Jade Lightning, one Groundskeeper pack. I walk over, I pull this other one. Make sure you don't pull the lead. So you see that first Groundskeeper that's aggroed on me? If you pull just him, the far right Groundskeeper will not aggro. So I make sure I Keg Smash it. And then I Speed Taunt the Obliterator. I interrupt it. And then I get a Celestial Brew going here in a second. Maybe? No, I sweep first and let me trees. Okay. So this pull is pretty straightforward. Just kite this out. Make sure you don't die. Ring of Peace, it's okay to kite these. The Groundskeepers hurt a lot. Earth Ellie's tanking, so I walk back in a little bit, and then we cardboard. Curse happens. I should have stopped that curse with Paralyze, but I wasn't thinking about it. And then we get the Stoneborn coming up. We MC the Stoneborn. We watch the lines. I blood spattered there. So these prides are literally just get the Stoneborn, kill the pride, easy peasy. Next shard. Hopefully I leg sweep here. So again, I wait for the kick, I kick, and then I pull the rest. Weapons of Order. Hopefully they curse so I can cast it. No. Leg sweep here. Okay, there we go. I think we did too good of a job controlling all these mobs, because I like haven't gotten to leg sweep any of them. So I'm gonna go through the sharp hole again, just so you guys get more familiar with it. So I kick, Keg Smash the Groundskeepers, and then I save Taunt for the shard in case it loses aggro. Then we get trees. So we don't Celestial Brew this Thrash until we get aggro. So we wait until we get aggro, and then we Celestial Brew. Trees are dying now, and then we'll Celestial Brew soon. We Celestial Brew right there. We look for any mob to Touch of Death. So Touch of Deathing during these shard pulls is really good because it fully clears your stagger. So we want to look for a mob to Touch of Death. I think we Touch of Death this Obliterator. Yep, we Touch of Death the Obliterator. Boom, stagger clears. You're not taking much damage. I could have Touch of Death there earlier. You want to Touch of Death the Groundskeepers if you can, because it's just a free reset. So we fast forward. I see again. I jump down on the things at 20%. I call for a cardboard. So the reason I call for a cardboard there is the shard will stay in place long enough for him to start casting Thrash. So you see he casts Thrash and he hasn't started running. That way the range can stay in a good position. I paralyze the Houndsmaster. I save Taunt for the Obliterator. So the reason I save Taunt for the Obliterator here is because if you taunt a mob on pull, like a caster, they usually will not instantly cast. Sometimes they do, which is unfortunate, but usually they won't. And that way it gets the mob out of range of the path so I can kick it. And then I just start kiting towards my healer. I Celestial Brew. I wait if I get curse here, I decurse it. No, he decurses me. I help finish off the shard. I call for a range kick. I get really low here, but I trust my healer. I Carrion Pot, and that's about it. So curse is coming. We ring away the Pat. We kill the Obliterator, and then we chain in. And we drag it down the stairs. Make sure you're not fighting on the stairs. Try to get it off the stairs as much as you can. It's not a very comfortable place to fight. And then we grab in the little Groundskeeper. Finish off the Houndsmaster. Drag in the Stoneborn, proc Pride. Then we do the Pride, and then we do the next shard. So the way we do this part right here is really tricky. So you wait till this mob is at the end of its pat, and then you CC it, and then the range can play on the right side. So you see we get a Hex there, and then we walk past. I Keg Smash the Groundskeepers first. I taunt the shard in this time, and then I Ox, double Purify, and then I Rop the Collector in because I lost aggro on it. And then we continue with this pull. Stay in the Spirit Link, you know you're fine. I don't need a Celestial Brew yet because I'm in the Spirit Link. Spirit Link fades, and then I should Celestial Brew. Yep, Spirit Link fades, I Celestial Brew. And then we just DPS the shard. Nothing special here. I help finish off the shard until the very last second, because there's nothing really for me to chain because it's a double caster. It's very dangerous. So this next thing here, I speed taunt the first Obliterator. Again, see like how it moves right there. Like this is really important to grouping mobs up, is you speed taunt first, and it groups up really nice. If you would just hit it, it would stop like halfway and start casting. So this is just a really nice tip. What I leg sweep? I think I leg sweep the curse. Is this the final one where I finally can leg sweep the curse? Oh, it is. We finally leg sweep the curse, and as you see, it doesn't recast. See, they go back to casting Wicked Bolts. Easy peasy. But yeah, you just do this 4-pack, and then our range grabs the Stoneborn, and we get the other Stoneborn, and we MC both, and then we do boss. So the trick for this boss is, so we pick one spot to slam. I slam near this corner, and then the next slam, I put this slam on top of the old slam. So you see I'm in the center of the old slam. I pop Celestial Brew, I sit in it, and then it keeps it nice and stacked. So this next slam on the very first one, there's a chance that he does a third slam, and there's a chance he doesn't do a third slam. So it just depends on his energy when he hits the timer. So like I pull it out pre, in case he doesn't slam, and then he doesn't slam, and he does Refracted. If I kept him there in case he did the third slam, there's a chance that he might not. If he does do the third slam, you just drag him on top of the third slam, and it's like really easy. So we fast forward, we drag him back to the old slam. We Celestial Brew, we stand in the center, and we keep it nice and stacked. Fast forward. This one he always does 3 slams, so he's going to do a slam right here in about 1 second. That was really bad. I should have stacked that one. I just wasn't paying attention. And then I drag out a little bit early. Does he do a third slam? No, he doesn't. He only does 2 on this one. So I Rop the mobs away. So that's center pack. If you Rop the mobs here, see if I get a good view on it. No, I can't. So if you Rop those center mobs, the Houndsmaster and the Gargans will stay in place because they're like locked in their animation. So you can ring them away and they won't move. It'll either be slam or debris out of this. You want to make sure you're not near your DPS if he does slam. So he does debris, and then you already know he's gonna do slam. And that was almost a bad decision by me. I almost tried to like roll through, but I decided to just go to the old puddle where the heavy debris was thrown. This again makes it cleaner. So I speed taunt him away because we're pulling in the Groundskeepers. The reason you want to pull these Groundskeepers in at the end of the boss is because it saves you time. Like you're not like doing the boss and then pulling the Groundskeepers. It just saves you that little bit of time. I drag the boss away from the storming here to give my melee more room. And then our warrior goes and dies because he has no invis pot, and we're going to be invising this Pride. We go up the stairs. Make sure you have Rushing Jade Wind off. Anytime you're doing an invis skip, even if it's like skipping like mobs or like prides, you do not want Rushing Jade Wind on because it breaks stealth. I don't know why it breaks stealth, but it does. Yeah, we do this. I pre-Tiger's Lust myself. I hit invis spot. See, Stagger doesn't break it. I have no shields or anything. Stagger's ticking. The only thing that breaks your invis pot is Rushing Jade Wind for whatever reason. Yeah, we get up here, we res, we do echelon. I start vivifying myself because the ads come out, and as you see, all these ads go straight to me when I vivify myself. And this is really, really important for grouping them up. I ring the 2 far ones away, and they're really nicely stacked. Leg sweep all the casts. It's just a really nice way to group them up. So we continue. Our warrior dies, we res him. We miss 3 mobs with the thing. So the reason I'm tanking him out in the edge right here is because it keeps the blood away from the center, and we want to keep the blood away from the center. So I have the thing here. It goes on me. You want to roll right now. So you see him, like, he's starting to jump right now. This is when you roll, and you don't get hit. He gets 2 out of the 3. I start vivifying myself again. I'm not full, or I'm below full HP. So the way it works is if you're healing yourself from full HP, you obviously get no aggro because you're not actually healing yourself. So you need to be below full HP to give yourself full healing aggro. So the mobs are a little ungrouped, which is unfortunate. I wait for the stun to fall off, and then I clash him closer. So see this far mob I'm targeting? I see that he got stunned, and I see that he's cap totem, so I don't clash, because if I clash place cap totem, I just go to him. I wait till the cap totem's over, clash him, and then it's all nice and grouped. We have curse here. So this next curse is the bad overlap. So he's going to do this, and then he's going to, the next stone call, he's going to do curse about 4 seconds into the stone call. And that's what you save your Kyrian Pot for. That's what you save cloak for, so you can get all the ads down. So this is the 3rd set. He does stone call, and then he does blood torrent, and then he does curse. So I'm vivifying myself. I get aggro on all the mobs. And so this is the bad overlap. As you see, like, curse is really early in, and these ads aren't going to die, right? So what we do is we have cloak. We should have cloak. He didn't cloak. I don't know why he didn't cloak. The reason you should cloak here is to be so everyone can start DPS the ads while we're, like, during this bad overlap. If me and the warrior Kyrian Pot and the rogue cloaks, then the boomkin can dispel himself and the shaman can dispel himself. That way, all 5 of us aren't stunned, and you can do max damage on the ads and try to get them before the curse falls. The other option is just not worrying about killing them. So I put the marker down there because if you stand on purple, then it'll hit all the ads. It goes on me, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it goes on me. I Tiger's Lust myself. No, I don't. I wait. So as soon as the cast ends, I roll. As soon as the cast ends, he snapshots where I was, and that's it. I have really bad aggro on these. This is just a mess because this fight's lasting forever. But yeah, that's pretty much the thing. You just vivify yourself, get all the ads grouped up, sweep when you have the curse rolled the last second. For the bad overlap, that's when you use your Kyrian Pot. If you don't have Kyrian Pot, save your Fleshcraft for that last set and run Plague Divisor and CC immune the curse. So yeah, next pull. So the far right Gargan here is the inspired. It just doesn't show up for a bit. Like, I already know this, so I walk in. Okay, I don't do it. Okay, I call for a blind. Oh, that's because I don't have pair up. Okay. So the far right Gargan is the one that's always inspired, so you always want to call for a CC or use your own CC during inspiring week. And we can see that guy is inspired or has the inspiring debuff, so we can't really get him. I ring of peace the guy away, and then it's all nice and grouped up. I sweep the rapid fires, and we just tank them. This one's pretty simple. Don't be afraid to kite. The Gargan's really scary. We get trees. As soon as the loyal beasts are both stopped, you can chain in the inspiring. I didn't hear because I was being scared, but you should. On lower keys, definitely chain in earlier. But yeah, we kill off the Gargan, and then the next pack, we sap the Collector. And then I move in, taunt the Stoneborn, Keg Smash, and run up. Everyone wants to run up. Plka dies, he gets rezzed. And then my job is to kick the volley, and then everyone else works on the obliterator. So you see here, I get the volley. Oh no, Lerne gets the volley. And then I get the next volley. Nope, I let it go. No, wait. Lerne was supposed to get that volley. Okay. So I think Lerne called to get that he's gonna get the volley here, and then I get the next one. Yeah. I actually end up kicking the obliterator, so this is like a kind of a miscommunication. I thought he was gonna be able to kick the volley again, so I kicked the obliterator, and then I don't think he ends up having his kickback. No, he doesn't end up having his kickback. So that was just a miscommunication. I should have kicked the volley because it's much more important. So these little ghosts, you can speed taunt them if you want. Taunt works on them and it gets the little lantern faster. We're tanking the collector away from the boss here and just having me and Lerne kick the boss, and the rest start working on the collector, and we have the Earth Heli tanking it. That way the inspiring doesn't affect the boss. Fast forward here, this boss is literally just two 3-man kick, rotation, that's it. So this next room, we always have issues with this room without a boomkin. With a boomkin, it's a lot easier, but we start, if you have like no boomkin or anyone that can like destroy this room really fast, what you want to do is have everyone start at these front two, and then move to the two closer than the boss after they're all dead. So yeah. So we wait for Lerne to drink. So the reason you don't want to pull early here, so you see I'm waiting, if our shaman is drinking, if our shaman's drinking or anyone's eating and I pull the boss, they can get aggro and the boss can teleport, and then it's just bricked, and then he can reset. So I kick the boss, and then I start debuffing all these ads with monk debuff. I start looking around for ads that spawn and I want to get aggro on them. I call for range kicks on the boss. I know I'm next kick, so I kick. And then we just work on killing these ads. So each time Dark Communion kills off, it heals them. This is pretty like simple stuff. Like it's not I think most people know that, but I'm gonna go over it anyway. But so the way these ads work is they initially spawn. So once they initially spawn, whenever he does Dark Communion, he like sucks all these ads, and then these little ads spawn, the manifestation of enemy. And these ads, when they first spawn, they have an aggro table. You want to pick up aggro on them. When they're alive, they fixate right there. As you can see, they fixate, and then you can't get aggro on them anymore. And he'll also pick one to explode, and that's what these puddles are. And that's pretty much it. You just pick up these ads. Once they fixate, there's nothing you can do about it until they drop their fixate. And then you just kick the boss, kill it. We invis this pride. So we get over here. We kick rotation, just really slow DPS burn. Pulse boss. We move past the storming because we don't want our pride skip to get interrupted. We kick. We get ready to pride skip. We pre-stampeding roar here. Yeah, we hit invis spots. And then we pull. And we have 3 minutes to kill this boss. So this boss is really tricky on storming because of having to soak. So what we do is we have people in all 4 corners, and then I try to double soak. So I try to keep the boss away from here I try to keep the boss away from the center to keep storming away. As far as defensives go, you want to save your defensives near the end of Stigma of Pride. So the way Stigma of Pride works is it ramps up damage throughout its cast. And so you want to save your Celestial Brew, you want to save your Blood Spatter for like near the end. So we fast forward to the 70%. So how I deal with this is I wait till all these things are in, and then I walk into the center here. So right here is how you double soak. You stand in between the 2 statues when they're like frozen like this, and that'll be like the good soak spot. So right here, I put my Transcendence down, and this is in case a storming knocks me up and I can just instantly hit Transcendence. So I start soaking here. We see a storming spawn, and I don't move. I wait till it knocks me up. I instantly press Transcendence, and I go back to the spot. I could have been a lot faster there, and it wouldn't have gone on Beyzi. Or Lerne, sorry, not Beyzi. But yeah, we rinse and repeat, and then at 40% he does it again. Point the frontal away from your range, just, ease of movement. Same thing, find the spot. See, it's a little off center here, so I go in the middle of these 2 statues right here, and that's the soak spot. That's how you double soak. I put the Transcendence down again. I see the storming. I sidestep it, get back into position, I get ready to hit my Transcendence. That was a mistake by me. I should have literally just let it hit me. That could have caused us to wipe. And then that's the boss pretty much. It's literally just Stigma of Pride, dodge the lions, and dodge the AoE. And that's the boss. I'm gonna let it play. You guys can see my overall damage, hopefully. Okay, well, it ended a little too early. I'm sorry. I'll post a screenshot of the overall damage from Halls in the description below. So thanks for watching. Subscribe to follow my Twitch, follow my Twitter, subscribe to YouTube, like the video if you liked it. It really helps me out. And yeah, have a good one.